To create the best work possible, being inspired is very important, but remaining focused and concentrated is an absolute necessity. Right now I'm working on many things. I have some artwork pieces in progress for an exhibition, some characters and things that I sell in my online shop. I'm also preparing a workshop coming this fall, so there is a lot to do and a lot to solve and some text to read and some sketches to do, some things to sculpt. It is very exciting but also challenging, and the only way to do it, the best way possible, is to focus and to remain extremely focused. Remaining focused means finding this space inside us, in ourselves, which is totally close to the outside world. It's really like a trip in ourselves, and it's like finding this fragile, precious spot which needs to be really protected from the noise and from the stress and everything coming from outside. It's a place of peace, and it's really a necessity to find it, to create, I think for me, for any creator, artist, poet, writer, the best work possible. And it has to be protected because every time it breaks, it takes a long time and effort to go back to it. Once it is broken, it is an open door to all sorts of distractions. So I'm going to show you here what I do to remain absolutely focused in the things I do. I like to have an organized workspace. My studio is never really very messy for a long time. I organized it every day, after each day, in the morning, especially when I'm working on several things at the same time. So I'm not working, of course, exactly at the same time. Some days I'm focusing on a specific thing for the exhibition, for example, and other days I'm going to work on the workshop. Other days I'm going to work on other pieces. For all that, I need to be really organized, to have my supplies, my paintings, my tools, my brushes, all that tidy and well cared for. To have a more enjoyable experience working, really. And when you waste time looking for tools and all that, it has an impact in the final result. I find that very, very much. So I try now not to waste my time finding things. I recently received an order of glue, so I have quite a lot of glue and paper, and I'm going to have more paper coming next week, just to have everything ready for the upcoming month, because I have a lot of things to do. Rest and good sleep for me is very, very important. Everybody is different, that's for sure. But be really concentrated and focused for a long period of time. I find I need good sleep, so good nights. Also, I much prefer working by daylight than working at night. Sometimes I have to do it once in a while, but I really try as much as I can to avoid it and to keep advantage of the good daylight we have in summer, beginning of fall. Of course, at the end of fall and winter you need to adapt, but yes, daylight is very important, and rest and good night of sleep are extremely precious just to have this focus, which requires a lot of energy. So from time to time I do a nap, but this is really once in a while, and usually more in summer than at any other season. Technologies needs for me to be really outside my workspace. This is just the most distracting thing in the entire galaxy and the universe. We live in the most distracted time of history, really. And I don't have a smartphone. I'm one of these last human being who doesn't have a smartphone. Purposefully, I don't want one. I try to resist it as much as I can because I see the result it has on other people's life, and I don't want that in my life. I think we have enough already. I have enough with my computers and all that. So my dumb phone stays away from my studio. He's in the living room and I never touch it. So it's just far, and it's not going to be any temptation for me. I have, of course, on computer all that, just the same. From time to time I have them with me, but I would say 99% of the time it's gone, it's away, and I don't touch it because you want to look at something and then you spend the entire day looking at things which were not necessary. And really I find this interruption really have a big also impact on especially big projects, when you have a lot of things to focus on and characters to create and scenes to do. When you have a lot of things to do, it's just like complicated scene to create all that. It's for me even more important to have all these distraction screens away from me. I live in the 19th century, 18th century in the studio. I don't want that. I have a radio and a CD player, a good old CD player, but I don't even have it every day. Sometimes I have it, sometimes not. Sometimes absolute silence is so refreshing and also relaxing, and allows to go much deeper in our ideas and in ourselves, and just to find, yes, the best idea, the best solution possible for my work. So I really love that. Silence is something I used not to do very much in the past. Now I do it, just opening the windows and having some fresh air and nothing else. Just the sound of paper and of brushes is just totally relaxing and very helpful to stay focused for me. So being focused gives a sense of peace, of calm, of satisfaction, fulfillment. I really love this feeling. It's just fragile, precious, difficult to achieve, but it's so makes such a big difference in the final result, and it has to be valued and protected as much as possible, even in this crazy life we have these days. I would recommend a book I've listened to actually many years ago, which is all about that. The title is Deep Work by Cal Newport, and it's a scientist. It's a scientist, a researcher who worked on these themes. It's very, very interesting. And he worked on it a few years ago, and I think we are already even further on the distraction part these days. So it might be very interesting to go back to it and to see what we could do to improve the focus in our life. He has this sentence that I really like. He says in the book, "A focused life is a happy life." I hope this video inspired you. You can give a thumbs up if you liked it, and you can subscribe if you don't want to miss the next videos. I have other videos coming, one about the Beauty and the Beast, of course all my Halloween series, and all the videos about the exhibition. Of course, you're going to see all the pieces I'm working on in specific videos. Thank you very much, and I will see you very soon.